Hey, Lars, it's become apparent here through the start of the season that you are really intent on keeping lines together if you can. How important do you think that's been to your success, keeping guys? They've moved around, of course they have, but it seems like you're letting guys figure things out, letting them play through some things at times and trying to keep people together if you can.
Yeah, I think, history tells that's how you build chemistry, right? Continuity. And it's hard when you're flipping every game. And we've had some success too, which that doesn't hurt always. But I think allowing some of these lines to work through it, even a bad game, come back, go back with them again. It's not always going to be perfect. There's a lot of games that are far from it, or from period to period it changes. You do develop a chemistry. We do it with our penalty killers. You try to do it with your power play. Sometimes you got to change it, just to see if you can spark something. But I think there's some value in keeping them together and having them work through it. And, in saying that, they might all change tonight. I don't know.
Brad, you good? On that topic, that Roslovic line, one was complimenting the other was complimenting the other after the game the other night. How much of their success was just that chemistry and that cohesiveness of the whole trio there?
Yeah, you could tell right away they had some legs, and it never hurts when you score early. They come up with the second one, and then the rest of the game, you can tell they had some energy. They're on their toes, and I kept feeding them ice time because they were playing well, and that's exactly what we needed in that game. We needed some energy, and they provided a huge boost for us in that game.
All three, not necessarily one guy leading the way from your perspective?
I think they all complement each other. Jack's he's had some offensive struggles. We know that, but you score one, you take a breath. All of a sudden, you remember you're a good hockey player again. And sometimes it's just that. It's just getting a bounce, and he scores again, and then all of a sudden, now he's flying. The puck feels good on his stick, and just shows you how important this game is. Play between the ears. It's not like he forgot how to play, and he's played some good minutes within that, but to score helps, and they all complement each other in a different way. Max bringing some energy back in the lineup for us, so hopefully he can do it again tonight.
Lars, you're on the other side of Pierre-Luc Dubois now after coaching him for a couple of years. You know what he can bring to a game. You see how he's playing. What do you have to do tonight to control him or to keep him in check?
Play in the other zone. I think that's the best way to defend him. He's a big guy. We know Luke well. He's 6'3", about 225 and strong, and you let him get into a rhythm, holding on to pucks and below the goal line, below the hash marks. He's a lot to handle for any defenseman. So, it's really just sticking to our game. Forecheck well, make sure we're putting pressure on them and playing in their zone. And I think it's not just with that line; it's with any of their lines. This is a good hockey team. We know that they're a big lineup. They're fast. They know how to score goals. So we're going to have to be on our toes here tonight.
Brad, for the folks back in Winnipeg, prior to the Laine injury, how had he been playing for your group out of the gate?
Well, again, you haven't been here, but he had a tremendous camp. Came in great shape. Was flying, and he was snake bit early. He got a couple overtime goals for us, but even the games he wasn't scoring, he was playing well for me and generating. And it's unfortunate he got hurt there, but it's part of the game.
You've got 19 different guys have scored in 16 games so far, and you talked preseason about how you kind of like the depth of this team, but you never know how that's going to work out. But is it just nice to kind of see everybody get a piece of it, and it probably helps some morale and things like that as well, to just kind of when everybody's able to get a piece of the pie here in the early going?
Yeah, we're a team, and that's how we're going to win. It's not going to be an individual coming through. From game to game, it may happen from a line. Like, again, you look at last game, it was Jack's line that stepped up and got us a big offensive punch there. But it's going to take the whole group for us to continue to win and be consistent in that area. So I think it helps the team for sure when everybody's contributing, no question. Ellis. Good.